Hello everyone, welcome again to Tony's Movie Reviews. So now I'm going to review the war movie 1917. So through the course of its history, the Oscars, the Academy has nominated and rewarded war films, no movies about World War One, World War Two, then the Vietnam War. This year, they nominated 1917 for a slew of awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, I think Best Original Screenplay. But it's only now that I'm able to make a movie review about it because I don't really like watching war movies, so I usually leave them for the last. So anyway, the Oscars have already decided and they gave the award to Parasite, but still I'm going to come out with my review. Um, it does kind of change the rankings that I made initially. So my number one favorite movie was Parasite. No, was my choice. 1917 moves to number two among the 9 films nominated. Um, So the movie is directed by um, one of my favorite directors, Sam Mendes, who directed American Beauty, and he also won the Oscar for it for Best Director and Best Picture. So he's actually amply rewarded already. So I was happy the Academy decided to go for Parasite this time around. Anyway, the movie 1917 starts two unknowns. I was very surprised that Sam Mendes decided to pick two relatively unknown actors. I don't actually know them. They're Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay, and they practically carry the whole movie because, as said in the other reviews, it's an almost one take movie, one shot, one take. So it starts from the moment the boys were woken up to the last frame where one of the characters looks at the picture and wishes to be home with his family. So um, the movie is very touching. Um, the premise is very simple. These two soldiers are ordered to carry a message to another platoon, um, just maybe a few miles away from them, but they'd have to pass through enemy territory, and they have to tell the battalion's commander not to attack the Germans because it's a trap. So, and I think they only have 1 or 2 days to do that. I think 2 days to do that. So this almost impossible task forms the foundation of the story, and it's amazing. It's amazingly done. Everything. Technically everything in the movie is perfect. It deserves all the nominations it gets. No sound effects, sound design, the visual effects, the costumes, they're all well done. Production design, even the script. Um, it's also, you really kind of focus on the two characters because throughout the movie, Sam Mendes, like, I think 80% of the scenes were just these two guys. And then from time to time, other characters come in. And that's where one of the surprises, one of the best things I think of the movie is that the more famous characters are the ones supporting the two relatively unknown main leads. No? So my biggest surprise was when Richard Madden appeared in the end. It's like, so he is the brother. Wow. And he has a very short scene, like most of them. No? Colin Firth, very short scene. Benedict Cumberbatch, another short scene. Among the supporting players, it was Mark Strong who came on very strongly for me. Um, he kind of he was the was like this godfather figure watching over these two young boys who may or may not have to risk their lives to send this message, and he tries to comfort them and tell them that not to dwell too much on the sadness that comes with the losses you kind of incur when you go to war. So I did cry in the movie. I'm a shallow crier. Um, I think the first time I cried was when a tragic thing happens. There's a plane crash, and well, one of the main leads dies, and I was very surprised because it happens very near the beginning of the movie. Like I think the first 40 minutes it happens, and so it kind of shook me because it was so sudden and it was unexpected, and help was just there actually, so it was a bit irritating. But anyway, that's how the story flowed. Maybe that's how the grandfather of Sam Mendes told the story. And then the second time I cried was in the scene where when Richard Madden was given the news that his brother had died. So again, um, tears are flowing in my eyes, and I just couldn't help it. Because I have brothers of my own, so I know how it feels if you lose a brother. So anyway, although the movie was beautiful, very poignant, I think Parasite was still the better choice. No? Maybe in another year, maybe last year, we could have had a good chance of winning. This year they also had a good chance of winning, but the Academy decided to vote for Parasite, and I also did. Um, but kudos to Sam Mendes. It's a beautiful story. My friends said it was just a war movie. Yes, it is, but it's a World War One movie, and most of the movies I've seen in the past were from World War Two or in the ones in the Pacific, no? Not in Europe. So this is one of those rare movies which showed what happened in World War One, and again it adds another dimension, another new story to be told from that point in time, and I hope it reminds everyone that war is not should never be an option. It's brutal. There's a lot of blood and people die. Your brothers, your father, your grandfather may die. So I hope the movie came out as a lesson to everyone that at all costs war should never happen again. So thank you very much. Let's see you again soon for another movie review. Good afternoon. Bye.